Well, greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Cade. My name is Kristen Young, Communications Coordinator with the Cade Foundation, and I am excited to be here with you once again for another exciting episode to talk about this world of infertility and how we're overcoming and how we can truly get to the other side. So, I have two amazing guests with us, and I'm excited because these are ride or die guests right here for the Cade Foundation. So it is an honor for me to introduce Reverends Skip and Beverly Little. Welcome, welcome, welcome again. Welcome back to Coffee with Cade.
Thank you, family. It's good seeing you all.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
Absolutely. We love having you here. We are so grateful that you continue to come back every year. You continue to support pretty much everything that we do.
Yeah.
We always see the littles. The littles are there. They're dancing in their living room for the gala. They're doing it all.
We had a good time.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, y'all will have to check the replays for our fundraising gala that happens every November, so you can see the littles in their blue working it out on the living room dance floor.
We didn't stop dancing until they said good night.
But even after that, I feel like y'all kept it going.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh goodness! But today it's not about the gala today. Although stay tuned because the gala information is coming.
Yeah,
Right,
you want to be a part. You want to be a part of the gala. Be sure to register.
All of our fundraisers, yes, and all of our fundraisers, yes. But today we want to talk about this whole communication. We hear communication is key. Communication is key. Yeah. We hear that all the time when it comes to marriage and relationships. And it's like, yeah, that's true. What does that really mean? And yes, it may be true, but how we communicate, how we grew up communicating in your household versus my household could be two completely different things. How I receive things, how you receive things, all of that makes a difference in any relationship. But when you're also dealing with the challenge of infertility, it just adds one more layer and how we need to be open and honest and considerate of each other and how we communicate. So I know you all have shared this before, but if you could just share a little bit about your story and your overcoming infertility.
Maybe you want to share?
Yeah, because it was a very trying time in our marital relationship. I mean, we had such hope when we first got married, and we had such great expectations on how we were going to build a family. And it just didn't work out that way. I mean, we started out, we got pregnant, we were excited about it. And just a few weeks into the pregnancy, I miscarried, and I was just devastated, right? And so we began to try to regroup, and we had conversations with the doctor and got back, on target and tried again. And I got pregnant again, and we miscarried again. So now we're in this space and place where we're looking like, is this ever going to happen for us? And the doctor didn't really have a whole lot of answers, except, we're going to refer you so that you can check out your fertility and see what's going on. And we were just shocked at that's where we were. And so, and you know what happens when you begin to face infertility, it overwhelms the marital relationship. That becomes all you're focused on. And so, it was a real challenging season for us to begin to figure out what we were going to do, how this was going to play out for us. We didn't expect it, but God had a plan.
Amen.
God had a plan.
Amen.
I love it. I love it. So tell us what was that plan? What was the outcome for you?
So I think one of the amazing things that began to happen in our relationship was, when you face a challenge in your marriage, it does make your marriage stronger. And I got to see some qualities in my husband that I had not seen before. And he got to see some things in me that he had not seen before. And immediately after I had gone through, the first miscarriage and then facing the second miscarriage, he immediately stepped in, and I appreciated it. And I remember like it was yesterday. He took time off from his job. He said, babe, let's go to the movies. Let's do more things together. This is going to be all right. God's going to work it out for us, because I felt like, you could have married somebody else who could have kids, for you more quickly than I can, because this just doesn't look like it's going to happen. But that's not what he did. And I think that was key in helping me get over feeling like it was my fault. You stepped right in, babe. You ended up, as you ended up really just being right there for me, laying in the bed for me, talking, whispering in my ear. We were going out to the movies more, dating more. And that was key in us getting through that challenge.
And I love that. So let me ask you, Reverend Skip, was that something that you just innately saw that your wife needed, or was that more or less some form of a conversation that you two had where she was sharing with you, I'm feeling this, and you chose to step in that way?
It was none of the above.
He always got a twist.
What happened is I saw my wife hurting, and I saw my wife in pain, and I didn't know what to do. So I spoke to God first. And what God revealed to me during our season, during that time, was that every couple has communication challenges. But if you exclude infertility challenge of a miscarriage or even a baby's death, a newborn's baby's death, God said there are financial challenges, there are in-law challenges, there are, like you just described earlier, you come from one background and I come from another background, challenges. But when you have this special challenge of infertility, there's another challenge you have that serves as a barrier if you don't talk to God about it first. And that's the barrier of great pain. And so I asked God to show me how to deal with the pain in our marriage, because the pain in our marriage was like a wall. It was like a brick steel wall, because it was so much pain. So I had to really talk to God about it. And God said, this is what I want you to do. First of all, in all things, give me thanks and praise, because I'm going to turn this thing around. So you just have to trust me in it.
Yes.
Secondly, in Ephesians chapter 5, towards around verse 19 or 20, it talks about how we're to speak psalms and hymns. And so what I began to do is, okay, how can I speak psalms and hymns? And so, and God said, and I don't want you to sing, Skip, little, because you can't sing. You might destroy it even more. So don't do that to her, make it get more pain. But what I want you to do, your psalms and hymns are serving your wife, letting her know that you love her, reassuring her that God, my God, your God, her God, our God, I still have a hope, a plan, and a future for you. And that's where the cheerleading came in. Talk to her to let her know that she was still 100% woman. So all those things that I did helped destroy the wall that was built up because of the pain and the hurt.
Yeah.
I love it. And unfortunately, some of us completely run to God when we're in trouble, and some of us unfortunately do shy away. We feel like he's there, but he knows what's happening. I just need to figure this out on my own, and we get so caught up in our head and what's right in front of us that sometimes, unfortunately, we do forget that ultimate important step to just seek God first in everything.
And I hate to sound so super spiritual, but for us in our marriage, everybody has a different faith tradition. Everybody has a different way of doing it.
Yes.
However you do it, you have to, for us, we had to include God, because without him, I'd have been selfish. Without him, I'd have been saying, girl, get up out of your bed. It's been 2 or 3 days. Girl, we could try again. It's making love. Come on now. We attracted to one another. I could have had the wrong approach and not a tender-hearted approach. And so that's why for us, including God was so important. Not to sound super spiritual. We embrace your faith tradition, but whatever your faith tradition is, include who that is for you, and that you'll get additional insight so that you'll be tenderhearted and compassionate and not demanding or cold or indifferent, because our wives go through it so much more deeper than we do, because they physically feel the loss where we don't see the bump in the stomach. We don't feel the change in the body. We don't see her being nauseous, and we don't see her wanting to sleep a little bit more and going through when your estrogen level or whatever that level is goes up and you get sick and stuff. We don't see all that. And then she has to go through, some ladies go through what I call a mild miscarriage versus when we have to go through a D&C. And Beverly had a few times she had to go through a D&C. So God said, just speak to her with psalms and hymns, and and then he began to say, okay, speak her love language. And everybody's familiar with the Gary Chapman book, The 5 Love Language. Find out what your bride's love language is, guys, whether it's acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, quality time. Beverly's with quality time. And so I spent time filling her love tank with quality time. That was my way of singing songs and hymns to her where we can both give God all the honor and glory through the pain.
I love this. I love this so much. So for those couples who may be in that space where, Reverend Skip, where you said sometimes you are just kind of glossing over what's really happening or not truly tuning into what either of you are feeling. How do you give me just a couple of quick steps on how you can create that atmosphere, create that space to have that true heart-to-heart conversation?
One, you have to have the mindset of everything I do, I have to filter it through a second position. I know you want a meal. I'm a traditional husband. So I know you want a meal. I know you want sex. I know you want your wife to snap back. But the first step is take a second position. Act as though you're going through it, even though. So what I would do is I would take a spoon. When I was being a wooden spoon, I got this from my grandmother when I was young. Beverly doesn't know this. I would take a wooden spoon and snap myself into reality, literally to say, this is you're only feeling a smaller bit of pain than Beverly's feeling. So I would snap myself with a wooden spoon. That's the first thing. And taking the second position. The second thing is, if I can go back to that time and frame, I just held her, physically held her. That's all I did. No conversation. Wasn't trying to be Mr. Fix It, because brothers, we can be Mr. Fix It, trying to fix everything. This ain't the time to fix nothing. This is the time to I told myself, shut up, listen, and hug. That's all I did. Shut up, listen, and hug. That's
a word right there.
All right, ladies, calm down, ladies, calm down. And then the third thing is to serve your bride. You just remember why you got down on bended knee to ask her for a lifetime of marriage, and then honor the vows of better or for worse, in sickness and health, and for richer or for poor. And sometimes people are rich, they can have these children so easily. And sometimes couples like us are a little bit poor, but we have to struggle a little bit more than the next family. And so those are the 3 things that I did to kind of move into a posture of, again, breaking that barrier, that pain wall barrier that was up between she and I. I didn't want it to build. I didn't want that wall to be permanent.
Yeah. And I thought if there's a fourth one I could add, I would say to the husbands, stay connected, stay present. Don't check out and go to your man cave. This is not the time for that, right? Stay involved, try to, make sure you understand as best as you can what the doctors are saying, what the next steps are, stay connected, stay involved, stay present.
Right. And I love that, baby, because I didn't miss a doctor's appointment.
Not one. Whether
we're on the trying side, like going to all the fertility appointments, the regular obstetrician appointment, gynecology appointments. I didn't miss any appointment before, during, or after. I was always there. I took off work. I would let her know that we're in this together. It's not you trying to make a baby. It's not you trying to have a baby. It's us trying to have a baby. We were a team. We were Team Little.
Right.
Team Little. I love it. Oh, this is so good. I love listening to you both. And I know that you all, for those of you who don't know, they do this for a living, y'all. This is their life. Okay. That's why it's just flowing off the tongue the way it does.
Yeah, we're ministry full time. We're excited about it.
So we are, unfortunately, we have to get ready to wrap up. So tell us a little bit about your ministry and how people can connect with you.
Okay. so
now she can talk. Oh, now she can.
Skip and I are both associate pastors at First Baptist Church of Glenarden, where we serve over the marriage ministry there. And then separately from that, we have our own ministry called Skip and Beverly Ministries, SMB Ministries, and where we serve couples through coaching services. We offer seminars. We offer, help for pre-married, married, engaged couples, to provide them with the tools necessary to be successful in a marital relationship. To get in touch with us, you can reach us at www.skipandbeverly.com. And we're also on Facebook, Skip and Beverly, on Facebook and Instagram. So we would love to hear from you, love to connect with you. It just would be great. One last thing I want to say to couples, I remember when we were going through infertility, one of our good couple friends said to us, "This is a page in your story, but it's not the end of the story. This is a page in your book, but it's not the end of your story. God has a plan and a purpose for you, a hope and a future." And certainly he did have that for us. 2 children later, our kids are 12 and 13, and we're excited about what
driving us crazy, 12 and 13.
Listen.
But we are thankful for it all.
You fought this.
Yeah, we are. And couples, we just don't deal with pre-engaged or pre-married couples. If you've been married 10, 15, 20 years and you need help, please reach out to us. Because if we can help you, we can point you in a resource we can. All right. So thank you, Cade Foundation, for allowing us to be here today.
Thank you.
Love it. I love it. But before we go, this is Coffee with Cade. So I gotta ask you, what's in your cup?
I have tea today.
You have tea?
I didn't have coffee. I had tea today.
Yeah, tea. Okay.
Listen, I can't lie because I'm a reverend. I have oatmeal in my.
And that's all right. That's all right. That good oatmeal stick to your bones. You got it. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm just doing that good old water today. That's it. That's all I'm working with right now. So thank you so much, Reverends.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you always. Thank you to all of our viewers. We appreciate you. Continue to share this video. Share this video. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're everywhere, y'all. Go to follow at Cade Foundation. Follow the littles. Give it one more time. Skipandbeverly.com.
Yep. Skipandbeverly.com is our website, but on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, we're Skip and Beverly.
Skip and Beverly. So follow them, love them. It's so much good information. Reverend Beverly does the
Wisdom for Wives.
I do Wisdom for Wives. Yeah, my Wife for Life Facebook group is on Facebook, right? And we're there all the time, talking, dialoguing. And, please join our Wife for Life Facebook group. Yes.
And for the men, we have Men Connected with Christ, which is a men's only Bible study that I do on Mondays, either in the morning or the evening. So if you want any information about any of those things, just reach out to us. And we'll
and you can also, if you want to just send us an email, you can do that at skipandbeverly@gmail.com.
Love it, love it, love it. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Continue to follow us. We are on every first and third Monday at 12 noon Eastern time. See you next time on Coffee with Cade.